So I want everything, but take what I need. Stay away from the mold.
I'm Natasha.
And I'm Meredith.
And we're coming to you live from Knit East 2015.
We're here at the Algonquin in St. Andrews by the Sea, and we're really excited for all the awesome classes that are happening this weekend, and we're just enjoying. Cheers!
Friday night, it's registration. We tried to find a lit fireplace, but all we could find was a piano. There's a lot of knitters here, so all of the fireplaces are taken. So we have the piano. It's all ours. The fireplace is not lit. We have the piano. I think that's great.
It's really classy.
Yeah, no one else has it.
We're going to be shooting lots of videos this weekend, and we're going to clip them all together, and hopefully you'll get to experience Knit East, even if you're not here.
Little montage of all that you're missing. Knit East 2015 is where it's at. I think people who aren't knitters have no idea what it's like.
It's like a community of love.
We all have this is the test knit that I did for Emily at Fiberton Designs. It is finally live in real life. It's beautiful. Yeah.
And I'm wearing Canopy by Mandarines, knit in Sunrise Alpacas.
So I have like 16 outfit changes for this weekend because when you're with knitters, you need to wear all the knit things. Right.
Okay, well, see you guys soon.
Happy Knit East. I think this is a perfect picture of what we're experiencing right now at the Algonquin in St. Andrews by the Sea.
I need to be wrapped in yarn.
Yep, you are.
I am. I guess you're right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So I want everything, but take what I need. Stay away from the mold to live comfortably. Those words that I dare to say, they come from me. That's all I've got to offer, it's so me. Wise up and forget everything, everything that's wrong.
Hey Sarah, are you liking Knit East?
Loving Knit East.
Why?
Well, so far we've seen the market and we've met a lot of people who knit, and you get to learn about their projects and what they're doing and learn things from them, and it's just, yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff to see.
And do you have anything special to say about like what you're buying knit yarn for?
Yeah, it's for this little nugget here. So
I love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna knit a couple things for that, and a couple things for the dad. A father-son thing.
Adorable.
It's gonna be fun.
Everything that's wrong, and don't you let me down. What's on your mind? Won't you start something, something? Hey, 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 hey. We don't see eye to eye. I live dangerously. Hell yeah, I'll do the crime if it's meant to be.
So I have my basket of purchases.
Wait,
it's not all.
It's so cool.
It's not all things that I bought, but just so many wonderful people here, and I wish all you guys who are watching this could be here too, because it would be an awesome party, even more than it already is. So.
What's it say on your shirt?
It says as a knitter.
What?
My friend Adele made this.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I think we all need one. Everyone in here needs that. We're all wearing the same
Won't
shirt.
you start something, something? Hey, hey, hey.
Start with the long end. This is going to be your tail. So you hold that in your hand, and then you just wind.
step on the end. That's really helpful.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you do a half hitch, which is just like that. Sorry for the nails.
They look lovely. I only have one hand.
Put it around.
So.
Wow. Pull that tight.
Okay.
Cut that in so it doesn't get confused. And then this is your...
That's great for mini skein swaps, right? That's perfect.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm gonna practice that. Thank you.
We don't see eye to eye. I live dangerously. Hell yeah, I'll do the crime if it's meant to be. Those thoughts that I dare to think, they come from me. That's all I've got to offer. It's all me. Wise up and forget everything, everything that's wrong. Don't you let me down. What's on your mind? Won't you start something, something? Hey, hey, hey.
It's recording. Welcome to episode 2 of the Wool Gathering podcast, live from Knit East in St. Andrews by the Sea. My hometown.
Yes, it's your hometown.
Yeah.
I'm Meredith.
And I'm Natasha, taking a sip of tea.
Sorry.
Welcome back. We're glad, not going to say we're glad that you're still with us, if you were with us in episode 1, and welcome to any new viewers. Thank you so much for checking us out. Yeah, we're really high on yarn right now.
It's day 2 of Knit East. It's Saturday, and this morning we were in a class together with some other friends. It was called Transcendental Swatching
with Clara Parkes. Oh, I cried. It was incredible. She's amazing. She's so gentle and kind and happy and brilliant.
Clever. Very funny too.
Yeah,
clever.
yeah,
But not haha funny. But
just like
funny.
Oh, that's cute funny.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I love her.
She's really sweet, and she took the time to chat with us after class, and we're hoping to do a clip with her, which you'll probably see. I think we'll put it at the end.
Yeah, her and
Stephanie probably.
Mrs. Yarn Harlot.
So that's where we're at right now. And
this is our here and now.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
So tonight, what are we doing this afternoon and tonight?
This afternoon we're doing our shawl swap. Super exciting event. We filled out a questionnaire. We answered a questionnaire. Completed a questionnaire. Not really sure how to say that.
We answered some questions about our preferences.
So what's your favorite type of fiber? Are you allergic to anything? What are your favorite colors? Do you like stripes or no?
Do you want a cowl, a shawl, a shawlette?
Crescent shaped, triangle. And then you favorite up to 5-ish patterns on Rav, and you tag them Knit East 2015. And then you have a shawl swap partner, so you don't know who has you. And so at 4:30 we get to finally see. I have my fingers crossed as to, I hope, like what shawl I hope I'm getting.
This is the shawl I made for, I can say it because Linda Hebb. Linda Hebb is her Ravelry name. And I made her shawl. It's called the Glam Shells shawl. Beautiful. And I made it out of this yarn, which is Heidi's by hand. I don't know if you can see it there. Anyway, it's pretty tonal blue.
Yeah.
And it's big. It blocked huge.
I didn't think of adding a mini skein. I wrote the story and where I bought the yarn and that it got knit in Chicago and on the plane and all over the place this summer.
I have lots of pictures I'm going to post on wherever.
After
she gets it, because it was a surprise, right?
It's really hard to keep secrets. I put a Ravelry, I put my project up on Ravelry, and I might have added 3 pictures. But in progress, and then I kind of got in trouble. So I didn't really get in trouble, but I kind of got in trouble because it's supposed to be a secret, and I'm not so great at exciting things. Gotta have to be kept a secret.
There's been tons of inspiration this weekend, and I wanted to share one thing I learned from Clara Parkes today. If you have a yarn and you don't know what size needle to use, because the tag on the yarn lies to you.
All lies, we found out
We
today.
can expound on this another time, but if you're not sure exactly what needle size to start out with, the best thing to do first would be to like take your yarn and fold it in half like this, and then stick this through a needle gauge. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think Cheryl, we have some assistants today. I think Cheryl's going to pass us one. We have stage crew, lighting crew. We have all kinds of people in the background.
So you take your yarn and you just grab it and like don't
Needs to
force
comfortably
it.
come through.
Yeah, but put it through comfortably. Like this one might be a bit too big, but this one says a 3.75. That's way too big.
Yeah.
So probably for this one, like a 3.25 would be good. So
that
that's
was
just a good tip.
Really interesting. And then so throughout the whole class, that's how we picked our needle size. She gave us a bunch of different yarns and we swatched. So we made one great big long swatch. There's some noises in the house. Yeah, so that's how we measured each time to shoot our needles. Yeah. So that's Knit East. That's what's going on right now. This is going to be a pretty quick episode because we have things to do.
Tonight we have our shawl swap and then there's a fashion show afterwards. Right. And so yeah, speaking of inspiration, I was reading the Craft Sessions blog last week or 2 weeks ago, and I think her name is Felicity, maybe? Anyhow, she mentioned a book called Big Magic. And I don't normally like those sort of, I don't know, just inspirational, be all you can be type books. I don't usually read that stuff. I'm sure they're great. It's just not usually for me. But for whatever reason, I got impulsive and I had a Audible credit. So I said, well, what can I lose? And my word, it's enchanting.
It is. I picked up the it's only out in hardcover right now because it's brand new. I read Eat, Pray, Love, and I think it's a book that people either love or hate because, I'm sorry, we don't all have the money to go and travel the world after we go through a traumatic something in our life. But
this is the
loved,
author.
Elizabeth Gilbert. But I loved it, and because I just took that story as inspiration to,
live a good, better life.
So this is her novel as well, and
it's a lot of stories. It's her talking to you as a reader. It's a work of nonfiction. It's not fiction. And so what we would love to see is that your viewers pick it up, start reading it, listen to it, and we'll start a thread on the Ravelry group to discuss.
Yeah, so we're going to add, not every podcast, but once in a while, we'll have a read-along, like a knit-along, but a read-along. And we'll obviously update it in Ravelry and let you guys know ahead of time what book we're choosing, but this one is it right now, Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. It's incredible, and we just want to share with you. We haven't finished it yet. I'm only like a quarter of the way through it. We wanted to share our favorite quote so far.
There's tons. It was really hard to pick.
Yeah, and now I don't remember which one I want to pick.
Mine was on page 49.
Sorry, I moved it. Oh, so I'm not going to read the whole paragraph, but in bringing those treasures to light takes work and faith and focus and courage and hours of devotion. And the clock is ticking and the world is spinning and we simply do not have time anymore to think so small. So just be creative and do something with that creativity, right?
Get at it. This book is it just gives you their permission, because we had our class this morning was about swatching, and a lot of people say, what's the use of swatching? Who cares? You're just going to waste your yarn. But you don't need a reason to create something. My quote says, most of all be ready, keep your eyes open, listen, follow your curiosity, ask questions, sniff around, remain open, trust in the miraculous truth that new and marvelous ideas are looking for human collaborators every single day. Ideas of every kind are constantly galloping towards us, constantly passing through us, constantly trying to get our attention. Let them know you're available, and for heaven's sake, try not to miss the next one. Yeah. I find that resonated with me because often when I'll be falling asleep at night, I'll get just flashes of ideas, and if I don't write them down in a journal, they're gone, never to come back. Yeah. So this piece of inspiration had found someone else. But pick up this book, start reading it, and let's chat about it.
Let's do that next time.
Do we want to I guess we could take a video and pan in on all of our
let's say what we're wearing.
Okay, you go first.
So we just want to mention what we're wearing today. I am wearing the Grace cardigan by Jane Richmond. It's the second one that I've knit. This is actually out of Heidi's by Hand from London Wool in New Brunswick.
Which is the same yarn I knit my shawl.
Yeah, bright
Shawl.
pink. It's probably just blown out.
It matches the piping in my
stuff. And so it was in her collection called Island. The Grace cardigan's in here. So you can also just download it on Ravelry or get the book. It's beautiful. Cheryl picked it up for me when she was out west.
nice. And my shirt is I believe it's the grain line on one of their patterns. It's like a sweatshirt pattern. And
she made the shirt?
And my friend, she sewed the shirt.
What?
She sewed in the piping. She did the sparkly knitter.
Mind blown.
It's organic cotton. Stretchy like sweatshirt kind of material. It's light.
I thought she just put like, whoa.
No, she sewed it. She cut out the fabric and sewed it together. So Adele, Alan, you're awesome.
Way to go.
Good way to go, Alan.
Wow.
So, somebody said to me today at a booth, he said, it was Elizabeth Miller's partner, husband, man, and he said, oh, so you're the knitter here.
You're the only knitter here.
Because your shirts, so.
I thought it would be really cool if everyone who attended Knit East got the shirt, and we were all, 300 of us, how many we all are walking around knitter.
Mm-hmm.
We're all knitters.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't need to like pick it all up, but this is the 4 of us. This is what the damage that we've done so far today.
It felt like, so much more when we were there, but.
This is just something that I need to, is it in the, there? Look at those. Are you kidding me?
Are you going to wear them tonight?
Yes, I'm going to wear them like 10 minutes. I'm going to handle it.
We wanted to let everybody know, too, that we did start our Ravelry group this week. We started it on Friday, so it's open. It's called Wool Gathering
Podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's right there. We had 30 members, or was it 50?
We had 30 yesterday, and this morning there were 50. Thank you, guys.
Thank
My
you
goodness.
for joining.
And I started a thread, welcome, say hello, so introduce yourself. I'm going to try to reply.
I still
Not
have
this
to
weekend,
introduce myself, too. But.
You do need to introduce yourself. So yes, and you can find, we're on YouTube, so subscribe, please.
Yes, and our website is woolgatheringcollective.com.
So the video is actually, the podcast is there as well.
And we have a couple blog posts there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to do everything so that, you know, maybe you only can access us through through YouTube, or maybe you only follow us on Instagram, or maybe you're just on Ravelry. We want to make sure we're accessible to everyone. Yes. And
I wanted to say we are going to have a giveaway in the near future for the test knit that I did, Fibretown Designs. She has a podcast as well, Emily Fibretown, with an R-E, Canadian Fibretown.
F-I-B-R-E, Fiber.
The Esther Bell shawl is the name. I didn't say it on the last podcast or show it. And actually, one moment, please.
Oh, should we sing a song?
Go ahead.
Look at all this beautiful Koigu and Madeline Tosh and Sheldridge Farms yarn.
This is the Esther Bell shawl. Can you see it? Isn't it gorgeous? So this is knit out of, I said that last week, but copper corgi. Savannah sock. It's just absolutely beautiful. So the pattern is out, available for purchase on Ravelry now, and Emily is going to be giving a free pattern for us to give to one of our viewers. So I will, maybe since I said that now, I'll put up a thread for it, and we'll leave it open for maybe the next podcast as well. Yeah. I'll mention it again.
All right, so what's the name of the shawl again?
It's the Esther Bell shawl, E-S-T-H-E-R.
And who created it again?
Emily of Fibretown Designs.
Okay, so Fibretown Designs. You can find it?
Yep, that's right. So it's beautiful. I also just needed to show you guys my FOs because they're kind of a big deal. I make that noise and I'm excited. So I finished my hat, the Babel hat. Meredith had hers finished last time, and I was so scared to do color work.
You were a pro.
Oh my goodness, it's addictive. Yeah. And, well, the pom-pom, I need to work on that. That was my first pom-pom as well. But
so try it on for us a little bit if you can. That's okay.
Oh my bobby pins.
So with color work, leaving your legs in the back is really important.
It is. So it is a little too tight because, and Meredith told me about that, but I was like, I'm learning. I can do that next time. But
yeah. It's really cute though. I mean, a toddler or a child with a big head, it would be perfect.
adorable. I love it.
You're cute.
Also, the yarn that Meredith bought me, Woollen Vine, Halo Alpaca in the Mexican hot chocolate colorway, has become a pair of foraging mittens.
I'm gonna try on the other one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Lovely pattern. Molly the Homespun House designed it, so it's the foraging mittens on rod. And they're just beautiful.
Is that focus?
Yep.
Could be a hand model.
Could be a hand model. Just that I love. They're
Any
just
kind of model it
so
could be.
dainty, and they're warm.
They're very small.
They are. They're tight, but it's fine.
Did you have lots of yarn left over?
Yes, and I'm gonna design a hat.
I thought you were gonna give me a mini skein.
I will, but I'm not gonna. I'm going to. It's going to be color. I'm gonna do some color work in the hat.
Cool.
That's my plan because
They're
I think
so
it'd be
little.
beautiful.
They're so little.
But it makes them dainty and pretty,
It's like a feather and fan stitch pattern.
and it's
We'll
really
get
easy.
We'll
Really
get a
nice
close up,
pattern.
maybe, pattern or picture.
Yeah, we will.
Thank you for letting me try on your
You're welcome.
little itty bitty.
Thank you for the yarn. Goodness gracious. I'm gonna leave my hat on because we don't know what the hair looks like under here now.
We don't know. Well, I think that we have to get ready to go to the shawl swap.
I'm gazing at the beauties behind me.
Yeah, we have to get ready to go to the shawl swap and then the fashion show.
Yeah, we have a big night ahead.
And we have lots of fun images and video from last night. We met some knitters, we talked to some knitters, and I'm gonna put those videos at the end of our spiel.
Yeah, and we'll have little clips interviewing our friends and fellow knitters as well, just to see how much fun they're
Clara
having
Parkes
at Knit
and the
East.
Yarn Harlot.
That's right.
I know those two for sure. Maybe Norgon, if we
Yeah.
get up the courage to say hey.
Anywho,
Thank you guys for the overwhelming response to the first episode.
it is really exciting.
Yeah.
And we've already spoken to some dyers here, so we do already have
Lots
prizes lined up, which is
prizes,
great.
lots of great things lined up. People want to get involved. So it just shows that the knitting community is the
Lovely.
best one.
It is super supportive and just amazing people. So happy knitting and enjoy all of our clips from this crazy exciting weekend.
Bye from Knit East.
Bye.
Don't you let me down. What's on your mind? Won't you start something? Hey, hey, hey.
Yarn, is that a word to say go?
Yarn.
Hey Trish.
Hi.
Hey, so you're enjoying Knit East so far.
Yes.
What has been your favorite part to date?
Ooh.
It's a tough one.
Meeting Stephanie Pearl McPhee last night.
You almost cried. You were so excited.
I did cry. I cried before I met her
Awesome.
because I was going to meet her.
You were so excited.
Yeah, it was.
Do you remember me going like this through the window?
Yeah, I do.
It was so much fun. So you met the Yarn Harlot. We had some wine last night. It was so much fun just talking to everyone. Lots of people commented on your shawl.
Yes, they did. And I never have people commenting on my knit stuff because I'm a knitter that knits for other people and not myself. So it's awesome.
And what's the pattern?
Color Affection.
It's the Color Affection by Vera Valmecki. That's how I
Wow,
think
you
I say
guys,
her name.
good memory.
I think I knit that too.
Did you?
Yours looks way better than mine. So, are you taking any classes this weekend?
Yes, I have a class tomorrow morning with Stephanie Pearl McPhee. Knit Smart.
And you're going to be in the front row?
Yeah. Her prize pupil tomorrow.
It's a good class.
Yeah.
You're gonna go crazy over it. And Natasha and I are here with Fiona Alice, the designer. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for having me. We wanted to know a few things, but you've been designing patterns on your own for several years. What else have you been up to?
Well, I work in a yarn shop, so that keeps me busy during the day. But lately I've been kind of building my presence at some of the UK yarn festivals throughout England and Scotland. So I'm either knitting, teaching knitting there or vending my patterns. So it's really nice that I get to connect with the makers themselves. But this is my first yarn festival in Canada, so I was really excited to come home for that.
That's really exciting because you're from Halifax, right?
Yeah.
But you live and work in London.
Yeah, at the moment.
That's amazing.
and we have you here with us. That's so exciting. Do you have any projects that are going to be coming out on the horizon?
I'm currently working on my first collection. I've been kind of releasing little bits here and there over the last year, but right now Pom Pom Quarterly and they're publishing my first book, due to be released beginning of December, we're hoping.
Put it on your calendars.
Yes. So you've had some of those patterns here at the market for us to
I've got a
see.
sneak peek on my stand. It's going to be mainly accessories, so shawls, scarves, socks,
They're
mittens,
beautiful.
hats.
Some of those pictures in. Awesome. Do you have any other questions, Sasha?
No, I just think it's great that you're here, and we're so appreciative that we have amazing and young people. I think that's another thing, you know. That's
And you're doing it, like I know you have support from Pom Pom and you know the companies maybe that sponsor you with yarn, but that you're going for it, essentially.
Yeah, no, I'm really lucky that that I have so much help and that everyone is just very generous and lovely in the knitting community.
What's your background? Did you go to like university for the arts or?
Yeah, I did my textile degree at NASCAD University, but I mainly focused on like weaving and fashion, but only really started to focus on knitting or designing after graduating.
And my last question is, what is your favorite yarn? Like, if you were on a desert island or stuck on an airplane, what would you want to be knitting with?
One that I'm coveting at the moment that I've only worked a little bit with, but I think it's going to be my next project for me, would have to be Acadia by the Fibre Company. So it's kind of a rugged DK, but it's silk, merino, alpaca, all my favorite things.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank you for
ladies.
taking the time. I'm going to give you a hug.
me too. Thank you.
Oh, I hope this isn't on. Did they hear the thing where I said the thing about the stuff? Oh, hi.
Cool. Do you want me on this side, Shelly?
Whichever's good. I could be lying down on the table.
I'll
Lounge.
come around just so that I can look at your face instead of feeling here. All right. So I'm here with Clara Parkes, and I just had a really great experience learning from you this weekend. So, and thank you for taking a few minutes to ask or answer a couple of the questions. So I know that you test drive a lot of yarns, but let's say you wanted to knit an heirloom sweater for your niece. What yarn would you pick, or what kind of yarn?
You know, an heirloom sweater for my niece, I would probably pick like, I hate to say it, like you want to say cashmere and super soft and delicate. I would probably pick like a really good Harrisville tweed, you know, a rugged farmhousey woolen kind of long laster.
I like that answer. Ask that question again. So I know you have a book coming out early in 2016. Can you just tell everyone a little bit about it?
Certainly. It's called Knitlandia, A Knitter Sees the World. And I'm really proud of it. It's kind of my love letter to the knitting world over the last 15 years, the places that I've gone. Look, we have events and we have rituals and people who really, really matter, and places like Rhinebeck or Maryland or Sock Summit. And it's first-person stories about being in those places, but to help kind of give our collective history some underpinnings to it, some history.
It's very interesting. I'm looking forward to reading it.
Thank you.
Can you, when you knit, are you a continental or an English knitter?
Okay, it's been a very, very long day, so I apologize. I hold it in my left hand.
Okay, yeah, so I think that's
That's
how I do it too.
Continental?
I think it is. So
okay.
left
Yes.
hands unite.
And that's what my grandma taught me, but she was raised, her parents were British. So I'm like, I guess she was a rebellious British person.
All right, so the last question I have is, what is your favorite thing to bake?
Oh my God, okay.
Because I know you're a wonderful baker as well. You enjoy it.
One favorite thing to bake?
Well, like if I'm going to go home tonight and it's cold and rainy and I'm going to bake something delicious, what would you recommend?
Okay, there are two sides that you could go with this.
Okay.
One would be Edna Miller. She was this amazing cookbook author from the south of the United States. And her recipes are also about just like story and soul and spirit and like what the life was like when they were baking. And she has a recipe called a Busy Day Cake.
Okay.
And it sort of tastes like a donut, so it has a little bit of nutmeg, a little bit of cornmeal in it. It's really, really easy, and it makes the whole house smell so good, like butter and egg and just like, oh, that's really, really good. Or buttermilk biscuits, which are so easy and so fast. Just a cup of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, a quarter teaspoon of baking soda, a quarter teaspoon of salt, 3 teaspoons of butter. Mix it all up, 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk. Bake it at 450 for 13 minutes, and it can go on top of like a stew. You can make like, or you can just have them for breakfast on their own. It's very versatile. Put it on top of fruit.
I think you've made those a couple times, eh?
Maybe a couple. That's my weekend ritual. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you.
My pleasure.
And hopefully we'll meet again soon.
I hope so too. Thank you.
Thanks, Shelly.
That's all I've got to offer. It's all me. Wise up and forget everything.
It's getting more minimalist as time goes on, right?
Just soon it will be a big S or a big T.
You know what? If I was smarter, I would have, like, if I'd have known how many times I was going to have to write my name, I would not have hyphenated.
No,
I would have done like something short, like, you know, like just Steph, you know, like share.
Are you recording?
Do I look like I ran outside in the rain? Yes, it does.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
So first of all, thank you. We're here at the Yarn Harlot, WNB, for a tiny little interview. The question I want to ask you first is, what was the most interesting question you've ever been asked?
What's the most interesting question, like in class?
Yeah.
You know,
General.
you know, I don't get interesting, you know, the questions in class are all fair, right? Because people are interested in knowing something about knitting, and I hopefully know the answer, so I don't mind that too much. The more interesting questions come from people who are trying to understand how what we do works. And my favorite question of all time is you get on a plane with your knitting, and you sit down, and you take out your knitting, and the person sitting next to you says, did they let you through security with those?
No.
And I always want to say no. No, they did not. They did not. I've been digging a tunnel for 6 months. Yeah, I am surely going to be shot by Homeland Security sometime in the next 3 minutes. Yeah, but it's worth it. It's worth it for me to be able to knit. Of course, they let me through security.
That's really good. My question is, because I've read your blog, have you started your knitting for Christmas?
Yes.
How's your progress? When will you be finished?
I will be finished sometime around Christmas, but I pulled out the Christmas spreadsheet in May this year. So I started my Christmas knitting, but I am right now I am behind. But there's still a lot of time between then and now to work the time-space continuum.
There's months.
It's going to be fine. Months.
Months. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome so much.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.
So I want everything, but take what I need. Stay away from the mold to live comfortably. Those words that I dare to say, they come from me. That's all I've got to offer, it's all me. Wise up and forget everything that's wrong, and don't you let me down. What's on your mind? Won't you start something?